Well, good afternoon. I'm still at the market of Nazareth, but the non-touristy area. There's so many places to visit here. I just left Rada's Corner. I hate too much. I hate myself for that. And I'm heading to the Greek Orthodox Church of the Annunciation. What? Another Annunciation? Of course. Must be. Then let's start it. We are in the market. For me, the market, it's the old city of Nazareth. Not from the time of Jesus, but still old. And we are not so far away from the Church of the Annunciation. Yes, we do have two. One is the Catholic one that everyone accepts that this is the house of Mary, even the Greek Orthodox. I mean, really everyone. Look how beautiful it is. The second one is the one that we are going to visit. Now, we know that the city of Nazareth at the time of Jesus was a small town and mostly agriculture. There's only one spring in Nazareth, which is another reason why we believe that this is, that was kind of a small place, because we know without water you cannot survive. Then, in that case, if we will measure the water of the spring, which is not active every moment. I mean, this is one of the problems of that spring. It's good for 150 people, and let's say a little bit of agriculture. Then another reason why Nazareth wasn't a big place, but let's continue with it. If it's not a big place, and if this is the only spring of Jerusalem, of Nazareth, it means and this is very important, it means that Mary and Jesus were there a lot. When I'm taking, let's look at a little bit of the view. I don't know if we can go in, but if it's open, it means we can. This is a Muslim cemetery, but you can see a little bit of Nazareth here. The Church of the Annunciation, the Catholic one, is there. Then, in that matter, if there's a spring, you can hear the muezzin. It's a Muslim place. 30% of the habitats here, 70% of 80,000 people who live here are Christians. The rest are not. The rest are Muslims. It's a Muslim city. Then you can hear the muezzin. Then, if Mary was there and Jesus helped her, wait a minute. Then I don't want to die from that car. There's so many good places here. This is the non-touristy area, which is the best part of the market. And then it means that they were there. Then when I'm taking non-Catholic, for example, evangelist, they ask me, I trust you that that's the house of Mary, but we don't want to enter to the house, enter to the Catholic Church. I want to see the past. Then the past is the spring, because that is the place that Mary actually visited at least once a day, once in 2 days. And I believe that Jesus helped her too. Why Mary, not Joseph? First of all, Joseph was old. Secondly, Mary carried the water because it's a women's duty. I know what you're thinking now, but we are talking about 2,000 years ago. Then we are going to visit that church, another gallery and cafe. So many. Sadly, there are not a lot of tourists and most of the places are closed. We are very close to the church. That church been destroyed a few times. What we're going to see there is mainly from the Crusader time, and it's been destroyed after the Crusader time, that 18th century church. It's a beautiful church. I don't know if it's going to be open, but if not, I will talk about the story outside, because that story that I will talk about is not part of the Bible. You won't see anything from the Bible there. All right, we don't want to die. This is the Moskvia. Moskvia, it sounds like Moscow, and because it is part of the Russians. Oops! Now, you can see that it was constructed in 1948, served as needs for Russian pilgrims. At that time you can actually see those kind of places all over Israel and Jerusalem as well. There's a neighborhood of Russians outside the city walls. Then it's a Greek Orthodox Church, and cross your fingers because we are very close to there, and I hope that it will be open. Greek Orthodox Church divided itself into two. There is the Holy of the Holy. That is where the priest is dealing with the holy bread, connected himself to Jesus, and only when he's ready is going out to the public area, to the disciple area. Then in that matter, we're going to see it. Another thing that is important, although it's a Greek Orthodox Church, you will see a lot of Arabic inscription because it's an Arabic church as well. They are praying there not in Greek, they're praying there in Arabic. And it looks like it's closed, or maybe it's not. Christmas tree here. In Christmas time you can see a beautiful Christmas tree here, and it's a lovely place to visit. Alright, that gate is closed. The other gate is, I don't know, open. Then let's hope that he will let me go in. One time he asked me not to take a video, the other time he allowed me to take a video. Then, Betty, I need your help. They're renovating part of the church. Usually in Israel, the churches are closed from between 12 to 2. The Church of the Annunciation, Catholic one, and that one is not. But from time to time they do have ceremonies. Now, there's a wall of icons that divide the Holy of the Holy from the disciple part. I cannot cross to the Holy of the Holy, of course, but it's beautiful. It looks like Baroque. It's, I think, one of the most amazing iconostasis, wall of icons. Then, cross your fingers. It looks like it's open. Yay!
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Fine, thank you.
I'm so happy to see that it's open.
Yes, yes.
Thank you.
And I'll be back, come see my rosaries.
Ah, thank you.
Here in the door.
Then look at the entrance. Beautiful one. Inscription in Arabic. And that's how it looks like before they started to renovate it. It's a beautiful church. I don't know if I can talk loudly, but I will talk. I love that place. The first place that I will visit will be the spring itself. And later on you can see what they did with the springs, with the spring itself. Crusader ideas. Beautiful mosaic from the Ottoman time. And look at the floor. Unbelievably beautiful. Once, many years ago, when I came here with my father, you could throw a bucket and drink from this spring. Listen to the water. He was here. She was here. The story tells us, it's a different story. Remember, it's not from the Bible. The Protoevangelium of James from the 2nd century tells us that the angel met Mary at the spring. Then in that case, the rest is the same, and you can see already, maybe first take a picture of it, look what's happening in her body already, and above them you can see God Himself. Let's listen to the spring for another minute. I love icons. Today, you cannot drink from the spring, but there's a bucket that you can actually drink from it. Beautiful, isn't it? Before we will visit the wall of icon, I want you to see that the description is first in Arabic and then in Greek and English. Oops, I'm trying to take a picture of it. And the most beautiful icon is that one. The Protoevangelium tells us that when Mary was next to the spring, Angel Gabriel came, and she was so afraid then she took the bucket and went home. You can see God and the Holy Spirit. And look at the artwork. Such an impressive place. This is the wall of icon. And to the right, you can always see Jesus, and here is like an emperor. Just see their legs are sitting on them, actually touching their pillow. Look at that. Sit that is it. Next to him, you see the Mary and the Mother like the Empress. Again, the same idea. Always to the left of Mary and the child, you can see there's a reason that their church was dedicated to. And you can see here, Mary and the angel. You can see the lily that he is holding, and in front of the house. He didn't enter to the house because he is a man. A man cannot enter to the house with a woman. And look at the Holy Spirit and God. You see the eye of God. And always to the left, you will see Constantine and St. Helen, his mother, that because of them, Christianity is now well known. It came to be the Christian religion of the Romans, and St. Paul and St. Paul and St. Peter holding the church. To the right, you can see St. John. And how do you know that it's St. John? Because he announced that Jesus will come. Then he's like a messenger. A messenger can be an angel. And look at the head of his. You know that he was beheaded. Then here it is. And tomb of saints. One of them is St. George. Look at wow, it's a little bit hot here. Everything here is in Arabic inscription and then the Greek one. Resurrection of Jesus. Jesus was baptized by John. The birth of Jesus is to the left. Thank you. Jerusalem in heaven chandelier with the 12 gates. And the bishop chair. It's such a beautiful church, isn't it?
لا مش تبع الا سرور هاي كانت موضه لا
If you stand here, you will see something beautiful. This is the three angels who came to visit Abraham, and it symbolized the Trinity. Wait a minute, I must take a picture of it. They renovated their church for so many years, and it was worth it. Jesus and the Sea of Galilee, it's right there. Lazarus, to the left. You can see that this is more ancient, they didn't deal with it. Then let's go to listen to the spring for another minute. And then we will go out. But people there don't want to disturb them. It's unbelievable, isn't it? If you enjoyed that video, and this is the first video that you are watching of mine, then please subscribe my channel. If you want to support my channel, in the description you'll find the link for Buy Me a Coffee or PayPal, and yes, you can do that. It helps me a lot, because if I'm doing that, I'm not working, and it's stronger than that. Then I'll do that anyhow, but I will be happy if you will support it. And if you have some questions, don't hesitate. It's not the end of the video. It's not the end of the video, and I wanted to show you the modern spring. Then don't go away. Don't go away. Oh, taking pictures. This is beautiful. You wanted me to buy a rosary, the one in the entrance. I have lots of it in my house. But I want you to see the second spring. Because for so many years that place was closed. And people needed water and people used it. Then in that case, let me show you the late 18th century, 19th century, 20th century spring. And then we will say goodbye. Is it okay? Thank you. And next to it, there are a lot of places to sit and rest. But I can show you one or two that I really love. And you will see it soon. Then the spring goes out, because cannot stop a spring, through an undercover tunnel. To the place that I do have some pictures of it, and maybe I will show you one of them soon. The people used it until late 20th century, till the British came. Oh, this is an amazing place to sit in it. All right, I don't know if you can hear, but don't worry, be happy. They cover it. You could see the spring enter to there. But wait, this is not the most well-known part. And thanks God they cleaned it, because it used to be full with garbage. This is a very good area to eat. But I wanted you to see that. I'm sure that some of you already knows it, because if you are watching pictures, if you are looking for pictures of the Nazareth, this is the well-known one. There's no water now, but let me show you a picture of it at the 19th century, and then we will say goodbye. Is that okay? Yeah, thank you. Here it is. This is the same spring at around 1890, very close to 1900. And look above and look behind it. There's no one there. Only a few houses. Remember? Until the late 19th century, it was a very small village. Even the tourists, the Christians, didn't reach Nazareth because it was too dangerous to reach. Then here it is. Now we can say goodbye. Thank you very much for being with me. Bye-bye.